Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Small Biz Highlight. My name is Tiffany Roman, and I am your host, as always. Thank you for those of you who are stopping by and watching us live. It is much appreciated. While you're here, please take the time to like, comment, share. If you are going to comment, just remember that StreamYard needs permission to see your name. So StreamYard.com/Facebook. Let them have permission to talk to each other so that hopefully if you do comment, your comment can end up on the screen while we're live. All the information to find us is super simple. No matter where you're looking for Small Biz Highlight, you just put into the search box Small Biz Highlight and we will pop up. I promise you. Catch videos of past episodes, future episodes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram TV. And as always, I am proclaiming 2021 that no matter what business you're in, no matter what background you have, no matter what your dreams are, this is your year. Forget 2020 and all the madness that ensued. This year is all about embracing the fact that this is your year, no matter what. I am proclaiming that for everybody out there. Today, I have the honor of introducing you to Jonathan. He is a veteran, and you know how I feel about veterans because I am one too. But, you know, Jonathan has his own business, and I am going to bring him on here. Hold on a second. I lost my button here. There we go. Hello, Jonathan. How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going? It's great to be here.
I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. You know, I first want to start off by thanking you for your service. Always have to start that off. Always have to start that off.
Yeah, and thank you as well. You know, you're a vet also, so.
I am, yes.
You've earned that also.
Thank you. Thank you. Much love for the support on both fronts, both the military service and for being on my show today. Double whammy, double whammy. So I always like to start my show with a really simple question. Who are you? Help the viewers get to know you as a human being first before we divulge into, your business.
Yeah. Who am I? I'm a guy who likes to talk too much. I'm 39-year-old grandfather of 2 and father of 3 and a husband. I mean, what are all those things that really make up who we are? My name's John. I'm a 4-year Army veteran. I was in the heavy infantry down in Fort Hood. After that, I got out on a medical discharge and really didn't know what I wanted to do. And like so many veterans, I floated around for a while and just, for lack of a better term, wasted a lot of time trying to figure out what my next phase of life would be. And in that time I did a lot of jobs, but one of the weird things is it always stuck with me is I wanted to start my own business. I could just never do it. I could just never get the idea from a paper notebook over to an actual business. I never take that next step, Then I met my wife and decided to go to college. And, I now have a day job working in data analytics and business intelligence. I describe that. I tell people I turn math into pictures. That's what I do.
I like that description. That's a really dumbed down description. I like that. I do that too sometimes. I try my best to break it down as much as I can for people.
Yeah. And so I think when I describe it that way, though, I think I give the unfortunate impression that I have some sort of artistic ability. I don't really.
Okay.
But yeah, and now I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I grew up in Texas, but we moved up here, and we love it. There's actual seasons up here for any of your viewers that have ever been to Texas or just the South in general. Having 4 seasons, you're like, whoa, all that stuff I saw in the movies really exists. That's crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, that's more or less me in a nutshell.
Okay.
I guess I don't. I wish it was more exciting, but it's not.
Oh, come on. Jeez. One thing you did mention that, a couple interviews ago, I had somebody come on who actually helps veterans out and whatnot with their kind of like a life coach, but for veterans. She was a chaplain before. And her name is Tiffany, so she has the most awesome name in the world. But you know, she brought up the whole idea how, just like you mentioned, veterans get out and then they're like, now what do I do? Because we're so ingrained while we're in the military to believe that this is our life now. This is all we've got going on. And even without it's not even on purpose. Like they just get us so engulfed with, this is your day-to-day activity. This is what we need from you. This is what's expected of you, that you just get so comfortable with it that you're not thinking about what happens after it's done, because you're thinking you're in this for the long run, for at least that moment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then something like your injury or whatnot happens. Then you're out and you're like, what do I do now? What am I supposed to do now? I mean, it's a struggle that I know a lot of veterans have out there. And, the fact that despite having that difficulty, that moment in time where you were just kind of lost, you found a way to kind of, move on from that, grow from that. And that's by opening this company of yours, a household 5 soap company. So tell me about this company. What is this all about?
Sure. So the story behind this really is, so my grandson was born with like some severe allergies to most all of the store-bought soaps that we tried, and left him with this like head to toe rash. And so that's really, trying to solve that problem is really where the idea came from. We went down to the farmer's market, we bought some soap down there. And it wasn't magic, it's not the magical cancer curing acai berry or whatever, whatever the new health fad is that's going to fix everything. The thing was, it just didn't contain like the detergents that most soaps have in them, but it was really expensive. So we ended up starting to make our own, and it just kind of snowballed from there. And, eventually our family and friends were like, please, for the love of God, stop giving me free soap. I have enough soap till I'm dead. Like, you can wash my bones after I'm buried with this soap. And they were like, why don't you try selling it? And we were like, light bulb. And so we ended up selling it at farmers markets and online. We ended up needing to expand our production. And so we start looking at production space costs and things like that. And what ended up coming across to us really quick is that the price for production space cost per square foot was almost equal to retail space here where we were at. And so we ended up saying, well, screw it, let's just open a retail location and we'll get the name out there even faster, right? Like, because when you're thinking of these plans, everything's going to go, according to plan. And so we ended up opening up the retail store. We changed our business model. So, we make soaps and natural soaps and skincare products with a hard slant towards men and veterans and things like that. And, we kind of bill ourselves as, imagine Bath and Body Works got bought out by AC/DC. That's who we are.
Yeah. Now I immediately can't get AC/DC songs out of my head all of a sudden. Thank you for that. Now I'm just gonna be rocking out in my head while we're talking this whole interview.
Right. Yeah.
But I love the description. That's great.
So so we said, we start opening up our store, and we realize immediately that, holy crap, we don't make enough different products to fill an entire store. So what we do is we end up going and changing our business model to include other local makers. So now what we do as a business is we buy from other local small soap makers. We test out their products on ourselves first. because we consider ourselves to be pretty normal and average. So we're like, all right, look, if it doesn't react badly to us, it's not going to react badly to most people. So we test them out first. And then from there, we actually developed an even larger slant towards veterans. So we actually give first priority when we're looking for new vendors to put on the shelves. We give first priority to veteran makers. And so I carry about 13 different vendors on my shelves, and half of those are veterans. And so we here, when you come to buy at our store, you're shopping local if you buy us, you're shopping local if you don't buy us. You know, you're helping some small business out there in the United States, no matter what you buy. And from there,
love that. I love that idea. I have always been this like advocate, I guess, for trying to spread the word that, you know, small businesses, we're our own clan. We're our own like we're our own battalion, if anything, right? Our own unit. And you know, if we aren't supporting each other, then why would anybody else want to support us? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I love the fact that you're giving the opportunity for not just yourself, but for other vendors, other veterans out there that had this great idea to come up with their own version of a product. And you're willing to put them out there just as much as yourself. So I thank you for that, because you're doing a great thing for small businesses right there.
Well, I mean, we love it too, because there are certain things that people are looking for that we just either aren't inclined to make or don't have the capacity to make. And why not kill two birds with one stone? Make and keep a happy customer for life and build solid relationships with local makers. Give them a help. You know, to us, it just seems like a win-win, because, you know, I've got guys here that, you know, my nephew works with us. We're all family ran. My nephew works with us, and he doesn't want to make cupcake bath bombs. Like, he's like, man, that's just not me. I'm not into cupcake bath bombs. I'm like, fine, you know. But we do carry them. We carry them from a local group here. Oh yeah, so that's our website.
Yes.
Now, our little shtick, you know, I said we were slanted towards veterans. We make a soap for each branch of the military. And so, like,
that's so cool.
Right. So, so we do our Navy soap, of course, is called Deck Scrub. And there you are. You can actually see a few of them there. Puddle Jumper is our Coast Guard soap. We have Starship Trooper for the Space Force. My Army soap, my branch, of course, is called Dirty Privates. And
yes, I love it.
we have a leatherneck soap as well. And of course, that's Marine Corps. It has special instructions on it. It says do not eat.
Oh my God. For all my fellow Marine brothers and sisters out there, 100% love, but you know we got to pick on you a little bit. That's awesome. I love that. Now I would just want to buy some for some of my Marine friends just to mess with them. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of it, right? Like, my wife actually disagrees with our brand approach, and I need her for that, right? She kind of reins me in. She's like, whoa, hold on, Haas. Like, let's reel it in a little bit. And we wanted our approach to be different than what's normally on the market. What's normally on the market is this like very la chic French country, you know, kind of you know, smell the eloquence is, you know, kind of the approach everybody takes. And our tagline, it describes us perfectly. It's our tagline is smell us ugly. And that's what we're promising. We're going to help you. We're going to help get you clean and smelling good.
Oh my God. I can't get over the Marine soap. I love it. Why did I just go black?
I don't know.
Can you still see me?
The question is, will you go back?
I don't know. Hold on a second. Let me take myself off maybe, or here, let me, sure. I've never had that happen before.
I don't know.
You're just gonna be that person for me, aren't you?
I mean, it did start with technical problems, didn't it?
It did. Huh, that is so weird. Why is it doing that? Well, Let's just, I don't know, honestly. That is so weird. I'm gonna make you bigger so it's not like prominent. At least people can still hear me, right? See, look at that. Make you the focal point. I love
Oh,
it.
yay. Yeah. So, you can actually see my kids' pool noodles in the back.
I love it.
So, I mean, one of
I
the
saw
key
so
things,
many other products though. Like I saw the beard stuff. I saw the bath bombs. You got so much stuff going on for you. This is pretty cool.
we actually do a build your own gift box, where you can, and guys, if y'all are listening right now, this build your own gift box is like, we designed this with men in mind, right? It's a gift that you can personalize, but we help you decide, like, okay, you get a soap and a couple of bath bombs, a lotion stick, and some lip balms. And so that immediately makes it guy approachable for gift giving, right? Because then all they got to do is pick the soaps and the scents and the flavors of lip balm and all that. And so it's been one of our biggest selling items when it comes to gift giving seasons. Like Valentine's Day. Well, actually, for Valentine's Day, we have our own gift box that we're going to be putting a commercial out today on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh,
Um,
that's so cool.
yeah, we just did our first commercial like last week, and it's been a hit. Um, and so we're doing one called the Household 5 Giggity Giggity Valentine's Day box. As you can see, we are a very serious group of people.
I can tell. Jeez, get a sense of humor, buddy.
Right? Let's loosen up a little. Um, but I would say that Household 5 isn't really just about our products. So um, we want to give back to the community. We didn't grow up here in Indiana, and we've fallen in love with the community. So we started coming up with ideas. So we opened our doors on March 21st. So the marketing for that idea was supposed to be 3, 2, 1, go, right? So March 21st. Well, on March 20th, the governor of Indiana shut the state down. And so we were like, well, we're going to pay the rent anyway, so might as well open our doors. And so we
Yes.
only existed through this COVID crisis. And it has definitely kept us on our toes, heads on a swivel for any kind of opportunities to get our name out there.
How long has your business been up and running officially?
Right. So we filed for our LLC in 2018.
Oh, okay.
And then over those 2 years, that's where we grew to need the additional production so we could push it out. And we opened our doors for our retail location in 2020. What was really driving our sales there was we make a line of soaps, bath bombs, and lotion sticks with CBD isolate in them. And those were pulling in a lot of demand. And so we needed to expand production to fit those.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Jeez. So your business is still fairly new. Then COVID just like comes out of literally nowhere. And then, like you said, you were surviving through COVID and whatnot. Did you notice an uptick on online sales because of being shut down and all the shutdowns and stuff? Or
So actually, no, we have yet to figure out how to crack the online sales code. Like we moved from WordPress over to Shopify. That helped. Our website game is still pretty weak. We've tried SEO. Um, However, what we did was, and for business owners that are listening, what we had to do was get really creative. How can we stay COVID? Why would anybody want to go into a retail store, right? So if we say, all right, look, I can't figure out web sales, how do we get more people in store? Well, why would they want to go in store? Well, they want to go in a store to do something that they can't normally do. So one, they can smell it here, which is great. Two, we started doing these things called date nights, where on Fridays and Saturdays, we're already a small shop, so we can stay within the guidelines of COVID requirements. But we do these things on Friday and Saturday nights where you can actually come in and make your own 4 bars of soap. And we get a lot of group dates and things like that, and people love it. And we also started doing since more and more kids are staying home, you said your kids are homeschooled. My kids are homeschooled as well. And one of my kids comes up here to the shop with me, and one stays home with my wife. And so what we do is we started doing these bath bomb making classes for kids.
Oh, that's cool.
Exactly. So we were reaching out to parents and everything like that, saying, hey, come get a quick science lesson in how bath bombs work and what it is and what the chemical reactions are that are happening. And you don't have to clean up any of the mess. And I could have just said that. I could have just been like, hey, make bath bombs, don't clean up the mess. And we would have had parents. But throwing in the educational piece also helps as well.
That is really creative. I've been learning a lot from all the different businesses that I've been, interviewing, that they've really had to get creative when it came to ideas of how to get their business out there a lot more. Try to spread the word, get more information out there, make up classes like you did. I mean, that's pretty cool. I've seen so many videos of these bath bombs and know of so many different people out there that are making them on their own. But if you asked me how to make it, I wouldn't know, or how it works. And me, I'm a geek in that aspect. I like to know how things work. I don't like to just use stuff and not know how it works. I'm just nosy like that, I guess. So
No, that's great.
So how do you do these online classes? Are they on Facebook, or are you going to be doing it through a different platform of some kind?
So actually, right now we don't have a way to do them online. So we do them here in our shop, which adds an extra layer of awesome, because basically what we do is when you come into the shop, we let you loose on our 100 different scents and our 40 different colors and all of our toppings. And if you try to do this as an online class, you'd have to pick all that in advance. And what we get to see is our customers go crazy mixing different scents together and trying different stuff out, and then finding the one that they absolutely love, and really getting to make it. The online classes would be an extra challenge because you wouldn't have as much selection. We hope to do that at some point, but right now it's not where we're at.
Okay. Yeah, you should definitely, I could definitely see that being something that's possible. I know, you love the whole idea of, doing it where people can choose their scents and whatnot. But there are a few people that, already know what kind of scents they're going for. That they prefer, regardless of how many scents you throw at them, they're going to go for the lavender over the orange scenty stuff. You know what I mean? So I could totally see that being something that could help blow your business up. Just a personal preference. I know I have no say in what you're going to do with your business. I just want to put that out there, everybody. I am no expert by any means, but something as simple as just making a bath bomb in general, not so much, just your products, but then expanding on that, say make I would say start with a couple scents, maybe 4 or 6 scents for them to choose from. They would have to, reserve it ahead of time, but then that's income that you've got set up to come in on a regular basis because of the classes being scheduled out ahead of time. So there's always that to think about.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of opportunities, and that's the thing that you got to do when you're a small business owner. So you said, oh, you have no control over what I'm going to do with my business. No, but I would be a moron if I didn't listen to suggestions and advice from other people. If I just assume that I know what I'm doing, then my company is being led by an idiot. So
I love it.
So
that is definitely how it grows.
You have to listen to what other people's suggestions are. And maybe I do look in that vein and say, oh, okay, hey, look, there's demand here. So let's find a way to make it work. Sure, it's not going to be 100%. That's the other thing I would suggest to small business owners is don't worry about getting your idea to 100% before you toss it out there.
Right.
You may spend you may just get something that's good enough out there and spend the next few months fine tuning that offering. But don't let "it's not perfect yet" stop you from putting something out there. I look back now at some of the stuff that we were originally making, and I'm like, good God, how did anybody buy this?
I'm not gonna lie, I do something similar to the videos when I rewatch interviews from when I first started. Like, I can't help but think, oh God, I hope I interview a whole lot better than this by now. So I definitely hear you.
So like one of you know, you mentioned maybe doing an online class or something like that. One of the things that we are actually just starting, I recorded the first video the other day, is we're going to actually do our own spin. It's going to be a Household 5 spin on soap making videos. And it's
Oh,
called
I love it.
Soap Making by Infantrymen.
I love it. No, I do. That's genius. I love it because, I think there's so many different videos out there, but to get one that's, with you or somebody personally making it in front of you, showing step by step and whatnot, people like that kind of stuff. People are intrigued now more than ever because mostly they're just sitting at home wondering what else they can get themselves into.
Yeah. Yeah, so we will be starting a YouTube channel. Well, I mean, we have the channel; it exists. There's just nothing on it. We'll be starting a YouTube channel where we're going to try and do a video every couple of weeks on how to do a soap. And what the idea is there is to bring in some of those soap makers that we carry as well, and have them show us a specific technique. And of course, it'll be hosted by infantrymen. So expect some grunting and maybe a hua bar, possibly some energy drinks being drank at heavy cadence.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Like painting and like those wine and painting parties, you could have a beer and soap party. Look at that.
So we do that. We have a COVID special where if you get 10 people together, the whole store is yours. It's 20% off, and it's
That's
BYOB.
awesome. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And for some reason, it's that last part, the BYOB part, grabs everybody's attention. They're like, "Wait, I can drink in some place, not a bar? Hold on. I mean,
Yeah.
tell me more."
No, I
Um,
hear that.
but so I would be remiss if I were to say that like everything we do is purely about a bottom line and a profit. We've made a heavy commitment to like give back to our community in general. So we do, like for instance, we're nerds. We're big nerds. Most veterans that have ever been deployed become nerds at some point,
Yes.
because there's nothing else to do. It's either that or
Mhm.
you play 9 million games of spades. And so we ended up picking up, we have a lot of nerd themed soaps. Like we do Millennium Falcon soaps. We do a whole lot of Doctor Who and Star Wars themed stuff, but we also carry like Dungeons and Dragons soaps that all have like a set of dice in them and things like that. And so we took that a little bit further. We actually host tabletop gaming nights like every Thursday. And it's free to come in and play just whatever tabletop game is the guys are playing. Now that I've got a new granddaughter at the house, I don't play a whole lot because I don't have a lot of free time. But yeah, so we said, well, what else can we do to give back to the community? And that's where we started looking back at the veteran community, and we started a program called Back to the Barracks. And Back to the Barracks it's nothing for profit. It's twice a month. We open our doors after hours to veterans only. You got to be a veteran to come through the door, and we just sit around and we tell stories and we talk and we rebuild and reconnect the camaraderie that a lot of us lose when we ETS. There's no format to it. I don't have any therapists or anything like that show up, and I've had a pretty good response to that. It's not my most successful, but it's probably my most proud project that we've tried here. But yeah, it's all about knowing that everybody in the room is somebody that's also been there.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Goodness. there's so much truth in what you're saying, and I think that only those of us that have been in the military, of course, are going to be the ones to understand exactly what it is you're saying. But I definitely know there's tons of truth in what you're saying, and I love that you're wrapping your business mission into serving them, veterans, people currently serving, what have you, just helping them out. Because, like you said, once we're out, or even when we go from active duty to reserves or something to that effect, that camaraderie is just not as much there as it used to be. And that's part of the reason why I feel like we feel lost, because we're so used to just being around everybody all the time. Then that's gone, and you're like, okay, so now what do? I got to go out and make new friends. I got to go try new things. And that's where your soap business comes into play, with something so simple as soap or skincare or what have you, but it's broadening horizons and making that camaraderie possible again for them. So I really love that. I love your business mission. I think your business is just a lot of fun. I love the names of your soaps. I love the whole ACDC vibe to it, like you mentioned earlier. I mean, I'm so excited for you. Sorry that the response on your website and whatnot, as far as sales goes, hasn't been all that great, but
we'll crack that code eventually. I mean,
2021, I'm putting it back on the screen, even though people can't. By the way, if you're just watching right now and you see a black square on the screen, I don't know why my picture went out. I can't explain it to you. My camera just got tired of seeing my face. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm still talking. You all can still hear me. That's all that matters. And Jonathan is the star anyway today, because the show's all about him. So it doesn't matter. You guys can't see me. But 2021, this is your year. I said it at the beginning of the show that I'm proclaiming that for everybody. This year is going to be the year that changes, and I have no doubt in it for you. Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah, look, I love that. I love that mentality. I love that drive. You have to have that, because your other option is just to lay down and die. Like,
yes.
you gotta push forward. That's something we all pick up in the military, right? When you're on mile 20 of the ruck, you still got to just left foot, right foot. Like, that's it. And sometimes that's where we are at in life. You got to just left foot, right foot until you get to the downhill. Until you can get to a place where you can do more than that. Sometimes it's just a slog.
Yes. Yes. Oh man, I tell you what, I can just keep talking to you all day, but that is not possible right now. So for those of you just joining or stopping by, thank you so very much. I have been talking with Jonathan Bradshaw today about his Household 5 soap company. If you have a moment today, please stop by their website. I'm telling you, some amazing products. The names of the products will give you a little chuckle, especially if you have some background in the military. For those vets out there or family members with vets, please spread the word. This is a veteran business. We need to support ourselves. Not only is this a veteran business, but it's a small business. So double the front here, people. Veterans, support your guy here. And small businesses, we got to back them up, everybody. Help spread the word. Give some of his soap a try. Hopefully, he figures out a way to get the online classes going for the soaps, or even for the soap bombs, or what are they called? Bath bombs. Yeah. And yes, because I'm telling you, I can already see that being something that just helps launch your business on a different level for sure. But with that, everybody, unfortunately, I don't know why my camera went out. Whatever. Hopefully I can get it fixed for my episode later tonight and figure out what happened. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you, Jonathan, for taking time out of your schedule and being here, taken the time to talk with me. It was really an enjoyable episode. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. One more mention there. If you guys have an Instagram, we're on Instagram as well.
Okay.
If there's any small businesses that are out there that are looking to grow their following, give us a follow. We follow back, and if you got something that you think ties in, we love to collaborate across small businesses. So
awesome. I love that. See, he's willing to work with you, people. Get in touch with him. You can't see my face, but I promise I am serious right now. Get in touch. No. Oh my goodness. With that, I shall leave you all for the day. Thank you again, Jonathan. I really appreciate your time. I wish you all the best with your business. Stay in touch so we can make sure that, we are kept up to date with what's going on with your business, and different ways to support you. With that, goodbye, everybody. I will see you again at 6 o'clock tonight with my next episode. Bye.